kind of player that's better than the button mashers, but you still lose the button mashers, play Bob. Because if you are that person, if that is you, that is the character you're going to prove it on. You learn to play that character at a measured pace, play the spacings well, play smart interactions, that character will take you really far. But boy, if you're hitting buttons on that character for no reason, he feels awful. And speaking of another character that feels awful to hit random buttons on, Sephiroth too.
I was going to say, if you feel like playing a random character because you feel like you're better than the Steve player, Sephiroth's one of those handful of characters that can do it. I think a lot of the reason why people stuck it out with Sephiroth for as long as they did before realizing the character just wasn't that good was because of this matchup specifically. It's not bad, and I think that's one of the reasons why,
I mean, after that forward smash, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it might actually be a pretty okay matchup, especially when you get one wing, because Steve can't camp you out when you get one wing. You just get up in there, you have forward tilt, which goes through blocks, and Steve can't really corner himself like he usually wants to, or also get punished like that.
I'm gonna be 100% real. I think the Sephiroth players thinking Sephiroth is bad. I think it's propaganda.
Okay, so hold on. We just had the most big brain play into the most zero IQ play ever.
Yeah.
We use the crafting table to extend the hitbox to down smash, and then we SD immediately after.
I believe I was trying to make a statement on the duality of man.
Nothing has shown the yin and yang of a high but not quite top level player than that moment right there.
That truly do be how it be. Like you're halfway there, but then you just like the silly mistake or the silly slip still happens, and that's what cost you. But that's how you know that you're on your way, right? Like it really is. Fixing those errors is so much easier than fixing like the fundamental stuff, right? Like,
yeah, like
over the cart.
Not SDing is just like getting over your nerves.
Too few frames with the forward tilt punish. And Kool gets to come back and play again.
Now, I will say one thing that I love about Kool Steve is that, you know, even though it's a Steve, I feel like it's fairly neutral heavy. I feel like there's a lot more interaction going on versus when I play players like Micro in the region. Like Kool will corner themselves, but then they'll press buttons on you. They'll allow you the opportunity to approach. And Kool is really good at punishing those mistakes just in general, but Lostvayne's not really making a whole lot of mistakes.
My read on Kool play from the literally like one set I've watched up until, and then this is actually like not quite that. I think Kool is really good at making it feel like you're allowed to play the game.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like how your dad makes it feel like you're about to win the fight when you're a little kid.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you just like.
And then he triple red shells you. And you
triple
die.
red shells you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think he's just really good at just being like, hey, you're allowed to approach here. You can do something, and then you get power minecarded because you're not. Oh, but the block there may be a little ill-advised. Lostvayne was in fact allowed to play at that moment.
Yeah,
and play he did.
Maybe the kid's son had a Beretta.
All right, listen. I keep that thing on me. you triple red shot me right before the finish line. It's gonna be shots fired.
Gotta stay strapped at all times.
At all costs. Victory at all costs. Don't do that.
No matter the consequences.
Legal disclaimer: don't do any of the things we're talking
Legal
about.
disclaimer: we're joking.
This is a joke.
We're talking about in-game.
This is a ha-ha funny.
Have that Joker neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about. So, like I was talking earlier about, like I think the Sephiroth players saying Sephiroth is like not. I'm gonna be a villain right now. I think a lot of the Sephiroth players just don't know how to play neutral.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think very highly of the character, right?
This character actually just eats you alive in disadvantage.
Yeah, he picks you apart. I think the biggest problem for him is like neutral. He doesn't really have a great way of getting openings, but when he gets in, he can do stuff like this.
He has the tools. You gotta be patient, man.
Well, Ultimate players don't want that. They want to kill you in 2 interactions.
I know.
Sephiroth is a piece you up kind of guy.
I get it. I play League of Legends also. But if you want to be good at that game also, you got to be patient. You got to wear people down, man. Take some time. Like, this is so good. I love the patience. Speaking of the patience there from Lostvayne, just really, really incredible.
Yeah, because honestly, we don't have to care necessarily that Steve has the diamond on deck. That was going to happen, but if we can at least like maintain control, keep forcing Kool into the corner.
Someone's dying here right now.
No,
someone's still dead. This is some Final Destination stuff.
Nah, this isn't the same interaction. You don't get to do that. Well, actually,
The
They're
longer
dead
this
now.
goes before someone dies, the wackier. Oh, never mind. It was actually just a straight up forward kill.
Yeah,
Yep.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my god,
Classic
the
button.
flare cancel
I don't
into the
think we're
side
that-
B with a maniac Lostvayne.
Yeah,
Oh!
he's been pulling those out all day. Oh, I don't know about that up smash. That might have been a little much. Ooh, great stall. Actually, not having the redstone there. Not having the redstone on the minecart is what avoided that counter, and that's really funny to me. Like the one time not having redstone is a good thing.
I hate Minecraft. Oh, little down stab. Oh my god,
my
the counter
goodness.
to Lostvayne not missing a step. That's a whole stock advantage right back.
And
His
I know.
character's busted. I'm telling you, his character's good.
Hey, listen, I know you got your Steve with Diamond, but even in this situation, it's going to be a tough one to get away from, especially the way that Lostvayne is playing, where he's just spacing out. He's not forcing himself in whenever those blocks are available on deck. And eventually, you're going to have to repair that Diamond. You're going to run out of that tool. You're not going to have the pickaxe for that forward air. You're not going to have the
You know what I want to
sword
see?
jab.
I want to see that side B. I want to see that side B, but I want to see it in that neutral situation where your guys like jumping around, like so you can vary the timing. So that now Kool has to think about when you're actually going to release it. I think that honestly, there's so much power in being able to do that.
Yeah, because it forces a reaction. I think against Steve specifically, it's not as good because he can just block. Oh, no way you go for that.
Block these.
No way
Yes.
you go
Yeah.
for that.
Because that's the thing.
Kool
You
had-
have to. You're playing this character and he can do this, and it's great.
But
Do it.
but,
Send
like-
it.
But Kool could have like dropped down and blocked. Kool could have minecarded.
He's too far away to block.
Well, he was too far away, but we could get under the stage. Like we had so many options there.
Yeah, but he
we
did.
could have stalled with down
But he
air.
stayed up there. The second
Lostvayne was
second
like,
you see your opponent
"You're gonna
high,
jump."
yeah, GG.
You're gonna jump because
Uh-huh.
every Steve recovers high.
Because,
and I think
because you get to hold it. Because you get to hold while it's charging. And if you looked, if you could see the arrow.
you can follow.
You can see
You
he
can follow
started
it.
the arrow going down and then saw the jump and immediately sent it back up. Like use that time that you have to aim while it's charging and react.
Yep.
Because you don't have to lock in when you hit the button. It's not like everyone else is up B. You have time to actually change the angle while you wait to see what happens before the move actually goes off. Use that. Lostvayne did.
Yeah, it's
He
not
got the
super
clip.
useful with other characters with that property. It's not super useful like Pikachu and
Fox, yeah,
Ness or Luca. Like it's kind of useful, but
but more for like the
that
recovery
arrow,
aspect, yeah.
very useful offensively. Now he's in the offstage situation again. Great recovery from Kool though, getting right back up there.
Oh, good spacing from Kool, yeah.
Kool's advantage state this set has been, it's been very consistent, but probably not enough to really do damage to Lostvayne, because in that neutral game, this is one of those matchups where Steve is going to lose, so you do have to use those tools to your advantage. Has the stone on lock, gonna have slightly stronger normals.
Oh my god, the patience from Lostvayne there. I mean, just allowing the pressure to exist and then capitalizing off the reaction.
That was very unfortunate too. The dirt block just went away right when that back air came out. Kool could have lived if that was just a second earlier, but Lostvayne is going to continue to extend this lead. We put the blocks up, but oh my
God.
my goodness.
That would have been insane.
Yeah, if we just got the down air off of that.
The crouch. Wing on deck to boot, so even scarier now.
Ooh. Forward
Yeah.
smash almost takes it right there too. Are we going to go for the uppie again? We could. Nice little weave around coming
Oh
from
my
Kool.
goodness,
And
that move is so clean!
The NIL onto stage with the double jump. Okay, Lostvayne. That probably wasn't intentional, but I would believe it.
Lostvayne playing like this, how is he not like... Well, I mean, I guess he's in winter semis. I was going to say, like, how is he not just taking grands? I mean, this is insane, the amount of, like, work happening
How is he
here.
not just, like, peak MDV?
Look at that. Look at the pressure. How do you even respond to that?
Yeah. There are so many players in this region like that, including Lostvayne, where I'm just like, you could
And he's
just...
dead.
Okay, yeah.
Abracadabra. That kills an entire shield.
Yeah. That's a good move. I heard Sakurai talk about how good that move was.
Might finally be a stock, though, converting for Kool. Able to get a little bit of damage going to stock, gone, and looking for that. But here's the thing, no diamonds.
No diamonds.
And that's a really bad place to be. A stock down and you don't have the tools, but you are walking the dog, which is generally a good situation for you.
Well,
yeah. Steve's a good character.
I mean, listen, this is what I was talking about, right? If Lostvayne's not going to give you that many openings, then you got to take whatever you can get. So very good stuff for Kool, giving themselves a chance in this one. And we also have the gold on deck, which honestly might be a little better than diamond in this situation because we get to have those nice.
Oh, don't tell me it happens again.
Okay,
great
air dodge from Lostvayne this time. Because it might be a 50-50 on Sephiroth. I'm not sure. Oh, but here we go. We're going for the forward air reads again. Kool keeping it even and actually having the opportunity to ledge trap with the 3-wall too, but overcommitting.
No.
Oh, don't minecart here. Yeah. Don't want to minecart in that situation. That's where it gets scary. But 105%. This is kill percent for Sephiroth. He's not a very.
I love that. That was so brave. What a gutsy option from Lostvayne there. Faking the pressure with the up B. And now the corner is just a threatening, but powered minecart is going to get Kool out. The wall established. Diamond tools built. The next hit probably just clinches it. Both these players so lethal at this percent with these options.
Oh, just a little early on the trigger for the up smash. I like the high recovery read.
Oh, and it's going to be the back air.
Yeah.
Kool managing to squeak out of an incredibly losing game and take the win regardless.
We've got a set, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. Yeah, I'm going to be so honest with you. I don't like seeing them 3-0s. I like seeing this adaptation coming out from Kool, keeping it level-headed. And also, that was a reverse 3-stock. You know, took the stock with the up smash, walked the dog to bring them back into percent range.
Why does that work?
I'm
trying so hard not to be a propagandist.
Stoned tools to be able to mine up for that gold and then eventually get that diamond there.
Oh yeah, Kool now has the momentum. Yeah. And you can see at 59% just the wood tools, but Lostvayne being able to at least get back to neutral here and start putting pressure up. Oh wow.
Because that's a scary thing versus Steve, though. You had it within the grasp of your hands, and now this character, very frustrating to fight against, even for Sephiroth, is going to whittle you down and whittle your patience down even further, especially with how close that game 3 was.
I do like that Lostvayne is doubling down on the patience, though. Like, not trying to over-aggress. A lot of players in this situation will start to get too aggressive. Like, oh, I had game 3 anyways. Like, you know, I'm just going to finish this up, and that's how they end up down, you know, let the second even back up here.
Yeah, it's how a lot of reverse 3-0s happen. I like that down smash idea coming out from Lostvayne. Kool just barely able to get out of there with the Skittle.
Oh, the
tasting
angle
the rainbow right there.
And
God, the edge guard.
Still not enough.
The only like big weakness that uppy is going to have is it's not going to do enough damage on any one hit to take you out of minecart, so it's not worth it to go for in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
But it's still nice to pressure with and force out the low recovery because you don't want to eat that damage. It's still 30 and jumps and gets hit by the aerial hitbox of down smash. It's stronger than you think. It doesn't do that much shield damage, but it's still very, very potent move.
Yep.
And Lostvayne continuing to extend this lead again.
Well, and there's something to be said for that up B as well, is that, like, yes, there's a lot of situations where it doesn't break the minecart and things like that, but there is a reason there are very few moves that can whiff punish you with angles you can choose. Oh my god, powered minecart is going to even the stocks back up, but like...
It's one of the things that I see in Squid Plumber that makes him such a strong player, is just having the ability to angle that forward air and back air and catch landings is what makes him such a good player. And it is one of those benefits that Sephiroth has because, you know, when you're playing neutral in this game, you want to stay generally grounded, and Sephiroth just says, no, you have to answer this. So unless you can duck under it, unless you can duck under the forward tilt or you have like a really good escape tool in neutral, forward tilt is so scary.
Yeah, it just covers so much space and it's just very threatening. Charging the forward, actually letting it go before the get up even happened. Like that was so... That could have gone wrong, but I love the confidence in it. Ooh, nice little movement mix there from Lostvayne. The forward tilt, or forward air rather, right out of the cart.
Dude, Lostvayne's movement is really, really good. It's so clean. And you have to have that with Sephiroth, right? Because if you're not going to have the frame data, you need to be able to mix up your timing somehow and just being able to get up in there with the wing. Oh no, is this going to be it? Yeah, sweet
Oh
spot
my
back air. That's
God,
it.
that's-
Just one
Wow.
counter on the Elytra, and then just times that sweet spot back air perfectly. That corner pressure from Lostvayne.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Incredible. Yeah, good character. I don't care what the tier list
Nah,
says. I don't care what the tier list says.
Good player. I'm not going to discount
Also a good player. Also a very good player.
I
yes.
don't know, man.
A good player on a good
Mid-tier
character.
who like goes even into Steve.
Look, I'm gonna be the villain again on stream.
Ah.
I think Smash players spend too long labbing their combos and not enough time labbing their movement. And the second that we